What are the secrets of the jungle?
I would say
What secrets you keep in jungle?
possibly cocaine. I would say.
Naturally, yeah. I feel like the jungle is like got a secret family, you know? Like it's one of those, like it's got to go on a work trip, but it's really visiting its other family. Like, bad move, jungle.
You working through something right now, Nar? Yo,
Maybe.
I think there's a 15% chance Nar has a secret family. That's why he's so tired.
That's
all
why I
the
grow
time.
the beard so they don't recognize me. That would,
This
God, that would be
beard
so
is
true.
for the secret family.
Welcome to episode 259 of Pokemon Go Radio, the place for everything Pokemon Go. My name is Papa Narwhals, aka Nar, and I am joined by the well-traveled, the car rider, I drove a long time doing that dumb thing with his mouth again, Salt. What's up, Salt?
What's going on, everybody? This is Salt, capital S-A-L-T, and this is a place where we talk tips, tricks, and provide that sense of community out there for everybody who loves this game just as much as we do. And this week, we're going to be answering your questions. I'm just kidding. That was last week. I'm sad I missed that episode. I think it was better, though.
Good
I
times.
think it was better by one person.
I think, it's just one of those where it's just kind of like get it out, but it robbed you of the chance to have your own weird self-indulgent podcast therapy. Anything you want to get off your chest right now?
You know what? Actually, there will be something later. But like with all things.
Oh, you got a surprise?
procrastinate.
If you make me cry, you son of a bitch, you don't make me cry.
I'm not going to make you cry.
Do it. People did, though, in their emails and everybody, if you don't know what we're talking about. Again, I always think, like, with these particular episodes, like, what a weird thing if this is your first one. But if you don't know, prepare for a bummer. Last little bit of bummering. Our father passed away a couple of weeks ago. It was really upsetting, not super surprising, but still, awful. And last week we did a show where we just kind of talked about that and had a good time, just kind of reminiscing, telling some stories, and talking about the show and just life and all kinds of weird stuff. It was very disjointed, but hopefully somewhat relatable. And people have just been, I just wanted to say thank you for all the people that have been emailing in. So many people have said, like, hey, listen, going through something similar like Angus or Ron, and I've only gotten through some of the emails, so I'm sure I'm going to miss people's names. And then just people reaching out just to say, hey, listen, just saying I condolences, and I just really appreciate it. And it's kind of this weird thing where I just feel so, I'm going to use the word blessed, because we've got all these wonderful people in our lives that are just so supportive of us and everything, and it's great when you need it, and it's great to have this outlet for us to talk about silly podcast things, so
Yeah, there was that one email, though, where Dan...
good.
said that he deserved to die. But other than that, everybody was really nice and supportive.
That was rude, yeah.
That was crazy that he did that,
That's
right?
true, but him and Dan did have a tontine. They
That's
had a
true.
rivalry. Most people don't know that. That's how we met Climber Dan.
Yeah,
they had a bet
Dan
with
and
our father
dad
at a bar.
had two
and
silver keys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true.
So now,
And they
because
unlocked
we had
different
to
sides of a
mail that
mountain.
silver key to Dan.
I don't even know
Granted,
if that's going
though,
to get there. Wolfie's
That
probably going to
tontine
steal it out of the mail.
It was like a 1965 Buick Skylark, so it's not that great.
I drove that car. That was my car in college for like the
92,
first
not 65.
year. It was rough.
Drove like
yeah,
a
that I
65.
don't think they had them back then. But
I think about
that's
that
neither
car
here
every
nor
time
there.
we get to that one point on 45.
You're back
where
in.
the shocks. You remember?
Yes, just bounces.
Thought we were gonna lose
You
control.
guys,
of
if
it.
you're watching this on YouTube, which hopefully this will be back on YouTube this week, I think.
I'm thinking it
that
will be.
slab was bouncy.
Yeah.
It's like shocks. I guess they weren't invented until 1993 because that car just bounced. It was rough, man. But how was your week this week?
Week was kind of touch and go. I was pretty sick for most of the week. I got home Sunday.
Oh yeah, you were peeing out your butt the whole time.
Felt not great Monday. Woke up Tuesday feeling terrible. And then I got COVID tested. It wasn't COVID. I got tested 3 times just to make sure. Yeah, I just had some sort of stomach
Is that
bug.
one at each nostril and one up your butt?
Well, first of all, COVID tests are both nostrils. And second of all, yes to the second part, but that was purely because I wanted to. I should have done. Now that I've thought about it, now that I've really debriefed it, I think I should have gone nose then butt swab, but I did it the other way. Yeah,
that is the proper order of operations. But you live and you learn.
There's less me as we sit here today than there has been in a while because I lost some weight. I'm telling you, it was incredible.
Good, I guess.
Yeah, it was something to behold.
Bowl. Ugh.
No,
yeah, well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Maybe because it was a pressure washer.
Just, it's bad when you dry heaving.
It sounded like
out the back.
It sounded like somebody dumping a mop bucket. It sounded like dumping a mop bucket in the bathtub. It was awful.
God, you're nasty. Let's never talk about that again. Instead, Salt, let's talk about the meme of the week. You with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. Are you there?
Oh, sorry. I thought we had I couldn't tell if you were still laughing at your own disgusting joke or if we were having audio issues.
Yeah.
The meme of the week comes from Meme.
Keep it on the fresh brain.
Oh, yeah. I think the Riverside, as a platform, was they spent 35 seconds talking about Kyle's poop. So, let's do them a solid and just glitch that out.
I could have done with a solid last week, let me tell you.
And yet, okay, we made it a full minute on that. That's wonderful. That's comedy, people. You don't
content,
know
baby. These are free. You guys get this for free.
Meme Master Oren sent in some of his best work, I think. If you guys didn't play Gen 8, this was my starter. Were you a Grookey guy?
No, I was
Team
not.
Grookey?
No.
What'd you pick? What'd you pick?
The Fire Rabbit, whose name is escaping me.
Can't
remember.
Hop-Hip? Fire Hop-Hip? Whatever.
Yeah.
Hop was the rival. But that's weird because
I know
there's a rabbit.
Fire
what are you
anime
doing?
Rabbit.
Anyway. Yeah.
The designs for the
I think Grookey was the obvious choice here. Especially when you see their final forms, you're like, those two are dumb. Drummer Monkey, I guess, is cool. But
Drummer
Grookey
Monkey's
comes
still
in.
Stupid. The Gen 8 starters are by far my least favorite 3 starters. By far.
It's not even close. Yeah, it's not even close. Well, that would be an interesting topic to rank them all, but maybe later. You know what Gen starters really aged well? Gen 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really was because you compare them when it's just 1 and 2, you're like, I don't know about this. And then the more time that goes on, you're like, those are solid, actually.
Those are great, yeah.
Anyway, this meme from Oren shows us 6 different varieties of Grookey. I bet you didn't know that Grookey had alternate formes, but this is, in fact, canon. You've got Grookey. You've got one with white and black spots. That's Mookie. You've got one with a ghastly head. That's Spooky. You've got one that lives in a zoo. That's Zuki. You've got one in its native habitat in the bamboo forest of China. That's Bambuki. And of course, my favorite, I can relate, you can relate, that grills meats. This is Barbecueki. So dumb.
So dumb.
I love it so much. It's good work, Oren. But we're done messing around. We're here to talk about Pokemon, and quite a lot of stuff happened this last week, actually. We got a lot of things in the hopper.
That's true. We've got a Alolan Meowth double transfer candy. Thanks to Camo for the knowledge that Alolan Meowth comes with an extra 750 Stardust. If you throw a star piece, you're looking at 1150. Wow, that is well done. And if you somehow had foggy weather, 1400 Stardust.
I mean, it's that time of the year for some people. I saw Cam post this, or I think we were texting about it. And he posted an alert in the Discord, and I remember thinking on Monday, I'm like, I've got to do this. So much Stardust for the Spotlight Hour, and of course, completely forgot to do it. I screwed it up. I think big oops on this. This is my mind that got away just off the top. Wish I'd had that because a lot of people forget Meowth is just one of those random Pokemon. There's a few other ones like Audino, Trubbish that just give extra Stardust, right? No one knows why, but Meowth is just one of them. I guess because of the coin thing.
Mm-hmm. Payday.
Probably makes sense. But that sucks. Did you get a chance to do that Spotlight Hour?
No, I was preoccupied with the thing that you told me not to talk about anymore.
That's when you do most of your phone time.
Yeah, but
It's perfect. Just
I had to
probably clean it later.
concentrate.
That's bad.
I was working on my
missed
will.
that one. The rest of the October spotlight hours, though, look pretty solid. There's actually some really good stuff in here. Drifloon is this week, so everyone loves a Drifloon. Cool, shiny, a lot of PvP relevance on that Pokemon. Absolutely kind of like, I think Drifloon might be one of those Pokemon that's like absolutely perfect for a spotlight hour, you know?
Yeah.
Not community day, but perfect for spotlight. Then you got Ghastly, spooky season. Why not, get some more Ghastly in your life? Gothita, that's actually really cool that that's coming around on the 19th. Fine. I bet a lot of people that are kind of casual maybe don't have a fully evolved one, so that's good. And then Murkrow coming around the 26th. Also a shiny chance on that Murkrow, which is, good. Spooky. Honchkrow is always a Pokemon I wish would pop off, but it just never seems to.
I do love me Honchkrow. But it's also, that's the double XP evolution bonus. I don't know who's going to be evolving a ton of Murkrow during this. I guess people have a ton of Murkrow candy, but...
you know what I'd love to see? Why don't they just get rid of that bonus that nobody likes? I'm going to speak for all people.
Yes.
And just throw in a half-distance egg bonus. That'd be cool. Let's get that.
Yeah, that would be fine.
People like that more than they'd like this.
You would replace the least popular bonus feature with possibly the most popular, probably up there with Stardust.
I think
just a time
among
where
the
you can
casuals especially.
Slam some eggs and time it out. You're going to love it. Sell some more incubators, Niantic.
The great thing about that, too, that kind of bonus is, even if I don't care for the spotlight hour, like, I'm probably going to set a timer for the Ghastly one, but if that was half-distance egg, I'm logging on at that time. I'll catch, whatever's around. Like you said, slam all those eggs in the incubators. That's my time.
Users.
The day before, I got to finish off what I currently have in the hopper, so I got to get rid of those to make room for the next and go spin some stuff. So you see, creates a little loop here that's real nice. I want that to happen. But
yes.
C'est la vie. We've got the bonuses that we've got, and they're decent enough. So that's October. I think out of all the monthly slates, this is, probably about as good as you can expect. I think there's 4 really good, for different reasons, shiny checking PvP relevance. Kind of a mix of everything here. Dex filling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not bad.
Nostalgia.
The October breakdown.
October,
Spooktober, as Reddit won't stop calling it.
Excuse me. They sure won't.
So there's some things. Research for October, research encounters, is going to be Yamask. So that's your 7-day research broke through. That is the Unova forme, not the Galarian forme, just as a note there. Let's see what else we got.
Hold on that one. I'm happy about that. I actually really like that a lot. I think that's a great research breakthrough.
It's nice for October. It's fine. I like it. This is probably the best one we've had in a while.
Can we get Coffagrigus, though? That'd be cool.
Yeah, you can get Coffagrigus.
What's the... Is the...
You mean
is the Galarian form? Yes, that's what I want.
Yeah, no, you need the Galarian form for that.
That's what we need. Yeah. That's a cool Pokemon.
Yeah.
Let's get that.
You can get Coffagrigus, and you're going to like it.
You're going to be spooked by that one. That's a spooky Pokemon.
It is.
But I like Yamask. It's cool. I also really like that they're doing, again... They kind of really been committed to doing these one Pokecoin weekly bundles every Monday where you're like, hey, here's a raid pass for free, essentially. That's really nice. I'm glad they're continuing to do that. Try to take advantage of that every week. It's a great opportunity just to be like, hey, it's Monday. Hey, that's actually a really interesting thing. We should be doing that because the show comes out on Monday morning. Go to your shop right now. Get your free raid pass. We need to do that like every week because I'm sure there's people that forget to do it. I forget several days at a time.
Runigrigus. So my bad. It's not Sarcophagus.
That's right. Yeah. Because Sarcophagus is Unova. Or just Coffagrigus. But it looks like a sarcophagus. Runigrigus. It's spooky. It's a spooky Pokemon. I like it. Then we got some raid boss schedules coming up as well.
Yeah. Let's see here. So we've got Zizisect. I'm just going to lean into it.
There it is.
With Douse Drive, that's the water move, 1 through 12 October. This is the first time you can get Douse Drive.
And as we all know, water, very good for computers. So this is great.
That's
good
true.
Synergy. Mm-hmm.
That does check out, yeah.
Just dunk it in the water. I remember this guy, I went to, I was going to say study abroad, but I lived in D.C. In my apartment. He was like a fellow intern. And he was his name was Caleb, and he was asking everyone about the rice trick. You know how if you jump in the pool with the phone, you can get you can put it in rice and that might suck out the moisture. And so we're all doing this, we're hoping because he's real scared he's gonna have to ask his dad for a new phone. And finally someone's like, I hope it works. And they're like, Caleb, how long was the phone underwater? And we were all just thinking he just jumped in and jumped right back out. And he's like, 30 minutes. Like, your phone's gone.
Yeah.
This is like 2011 or whatever. It's like, no way. Just forget it. But that was a good time. Douse Drive, probably better for Jijisek than it was for Caleb's phone. But then we have Altered Form Giratina coming back the 12th to the 22nd, which is really nice. That's the one with the legs. That's the one with Ultra League relevance. Very nice. Also,
10 days of that.
cannot be stated enough. Wonderful shiny. Just a great shiny. And then
shiny.
Darkrai coming through, knowing Sludge Bomb.
That
Good to have Darkrai back. That's going
I
to be
was
the
gonna
22nd through the
Sludge
5th.
Bomb, though, too. Potentially pretty relevant there.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. Dark with Sludge. I mean, you got some opportunities for coverage there. I don't know. That might be interesting. We got a lot of dark, spooky Pokemon to be talking about this month in terms of PvP relevance.
Yeah, we've got Mega Gengar is going to be here the 1st through the 22nd. But then, I believe making its debut, Mega Absol, 22 October through 5 November. Got a new Mega. What is Mega Absol?
If you don't know, treat yourself. Google Mega Absol.
I'm going to do it right now. Mega
Absol.
We're treating ourselves.
Treat yourself.
Oh, it's pretty fabulous.
I think this Pokemon, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it was only available in raids for the longest time. Like, it was hard to get because it was like tier 4 only. Just a great Pokemon. I absolutely love Absol. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of that generation.
Face?
Maybe all generations, honestly.
No.
It does have a creepy face. It also looks... I think one of the things I like about Megas in general, in terms of like a design, is that they're kind of silly. Like there's a silliness, like an over-the-topness to them. But with Mega Absol, it just looks like an evolved Absol. And that, in some ways, just makes it more aesthetically pleasing. It's like... just cool. It's just a cool Pokemon, and I really like it a lot.
Plussed up.
I think that'll be great. Yeah, it's like a little something, a little sprinkle. With all these raid bosses, I think the timing is actually really nice. With the tier 5 raid bosses,
nobody's
it's like
outstaying
10 days.
Welcome.
If you don't like it, wait. Exactly, and even for the Megas, whereas sometimes I feel like, oh my god, it's this same Mega slate over and over again. These aren't too long. It's a few weeks, and then you get something else. And the fact that they're doing some new stuff is really welcome, too. So, overall, the raid bosses for October look pretty good.
Yeah. The Pokemon movie, Secrets of the Jungle, as we were joking about in the beginning, Zarud is making...
Secrets of the Secret Family.
Yeah, it's going to be making its debut. Zarud, we'll talk about here in a little bit. Legendary Pokemon, Grass Dark Pokemon. Very, very jungle themed.
Mythic
it's like
Pokemon.
It's a mythic monkey Pokemon. And then Niantic's birthday on the 6th of October, a free box will be available from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So Niantic's birthday, and they're getting you a present. Oh my god, you shouldn't have.
Ooh, very nice. It's like you're paying for dinner, Niantic. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, just real quick on the other raid bosses, I did want to point out that we do have the slate here until the 12th, so we have another week or so with these guys in the lower tiers, which is interesting. We've got Pikachu with like a weird hat. What is that hat?
A pith helmet.
Is it a pith helmet?
Safari
I don't know what
Pikachu.
that is. I've seen it around, and I'm just...
It's a Safari
not
Pikachu.
sure what that is.
With its little whale
I guess it is.
thermos.
It seems
That's
strange.
Adorable.
Larvitar, Roggenrola. That's
Fungus.
pretty adorable, actually. Fungus, Rufflet. Tier 1, I think probably the only thing I'm breaking for is Rufflet on that.
Maybe Roggenrola, just because shiny. But, stupid. Yep. There's no shiny elevation chance for raids. I'm going to learn that lesson.
You're going to slowly learn?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm going to learn.
a chance to Roggenrola for free, like for my one raid pass a day, I might as well do a Roggenrola.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to have like a
Pretty
100%
adorable.
Gigalith, but I don't really need it. Speaking of which, time to shiny check some Roggenrolas that are hanging around my house.
But Matt pointed out here in the notes that Lickington and Chansey being in Tier 3 raids is actually really relevant because this is a prime opportunity for Pokemon that you just don't see a lot of to scoop up that XL candy. And for both those Pokemon trying to get to that Ultra League, like that matters. So this is actually a really good opportunity to scoop those up. The rest of Tier 3, Pinsir, Ludicolo, Flygon, all, kind of standard Tier 3 fare. It's fine. But those two in particular are particularly interesting. I wonder, I've not done a Chansey Tier 3 raid in a minute. Come prepared with fighting Pokemon. That Pokemon is a tank, so don't underestimate it. Like, do pay attention. You don't want to be that person that screws it up.
You're just like,
yeah. Overall, I think
I timed
pretty
out.
good list of lower raid bosses as well.
Mm-hmm.
I timed out. Oops. And then, absolutely love Raven sent me an email of, I don't know what this is on Reddit, but it's like an art, and it looks like Genesect is turned. Like, it looks drunk, and it looks like it's at a rave. And it honestly, it's in Japanese or Korean. I think it's Japanese. Can't read what it says. Maybe it's a Pokemon card. I don't know what this is, but
It's
it
definitely
very
a
much
Pokemon
looks
card.
like DJ Genesect.
It's definitely
It's
a Pokemon
DJ
card.
Genesect. Look at this card. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. There's even some turntables in the back.
Like, what is that?
Maybe a fan. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Those turntables.
No, I think those are
Do I
fans.
need to sue someone? I think I need to file a trademark infringement claim
on somebody else's IP.
and the Pokemon company
Smart.
can destroy me. Yeah, that's how you win. You take the biggest company in the world and you sue them. Profit. I am calling this canon. I'm saying DJ Zizusect is canon now. I got a lot of emails about this, actually. It was really pretty fun. I need to learn what this says in Japanese. If you're out there in your Japan,
I bet you in the top right
or I guess you don't
top
have to be in
left-hand corner,
Japan.
it says Genesect. It's a Pokemon
Checks
card.
out. That's good math. That's good. That's good. That's a good read. If you speak Japanese, please tell me what this says. I will be appreciating it. You ready to talk about the jungle?
If you speak Japanese,
Welcome to
please
the jungle.
lie to him about it. Thank you.
Shananananania? Nia?
It is happening
That's Guns N'
October 1 through the 10th. It is featuring the return of Jesse and James. You guys probably have already seen Jesse and James popping up in your old picture frames. Explore Pikachu, the Pith Hat Pikachu, has returned. And then there are some free avatar items hanging out.
Yeah. The highlight of this, obviously, Salt's already set it up top, is Zarude, the mythical grass dark monkey. Off the top, just from an aesthetic perspective, it's a cool looking Pokemon.
It's a very cool
It
looking
really
Pokemon.
is.
It's a good looking Pokemon.
Like that
let's
looks
see.
like a mythical Pokemon.
Yeah, the rogue monkey Pokemon, and it's dark grass. This is the game's only dark grass Pokemon
That's
other
cool.
than Shiftry. Pretty cool.
Shiftry.
We did read a. We can.
I really
link
like
it.
this Pokemon a lot. I think it's fun. It's cool looking. Sorry for that. We had some technical difficulties. I'm going to assume due to Salt's hillbilly internet. That's what I'm going to blame.
My internet's significantly better than yours.
We literally raced. We raced the upload of that last file, and it took you like 10 minutes.
I think it's because you're
Hillbilly
hosting or something.
Nah. It's
Let's
all
talk
the
about
cloud or
Zarude's
something.
PvP stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to link the article in the description here from GoHub?
I will. Actually, Pokemon Go Hub did a really good breakdown of the PvP stuff, but some of this is... I think some of this is their stuff, but some of this is just musings that I've got in terms of Zarude for PvP purposes, but seeing a lot of interest around this monkey. It's really cool, right? It's just, obviously, we talked about how it's just a cool looking Pokemon. You want to use it. In terms of Ultra League and Master League, I think there's some different use cases. For just as a top, for the moves, you definitely want to go with Vine Whip, Bite, the energy generation. It's kind of like, you think it's like Razor Leaf
we
or Charmed.
should mention
because it's big.
Great League's just not going to happen with this Pokemon.
Yeah, just don't have the CP cap for that. Boo. You just don't get the energy generation or the damage really with Bite, so it's kind of like not a great trade-off. So definitely go Vine Whip there, and then Dark Pulse and Power Whip. Power Whip is basically just Energy Ball, but for 5 less energy, so it's just a, it's
Strictly
don't,
better.
Don't do Energy Ball. Power Whip's just better. So let's talk about the different use cases for Zarude. For Ultra League, it's a little bit dicey, but it's a really great option if you're like, man, I really want a Shift Tree, but I don't want to spend all of the Stardust and XL Candy and everything to get it up to that cap, or as close as you can get it to that cap. Way less Stardust because it's just going to be inherently closer to the cap, which is really good. Just like
It is
with
gonna
Shift
take a
Tree,
bunch
the
of rare candy,
typing
though.
in... Yeah, that part kind of sucks. Well, it's going to be worse for Master. For the Ultra League, though, the typing is a little bit riskier, right? Because some of the stuff that Zarude might be, is weak to, like Bug or Fighting, is just a little bit more prevalent in the Ultra than it is in the Master. So it's kind of one of those things where you could do well in the Ultra. You do have the Shift Tree option. If you already have a Shift Tree, ready to go for the Ultra League, then probably, definitely don't do this because you only get one Zarude, right? So if you're going to pick one or the other, I think it makes a lot more sense to go with the Master just because of this is finally a good option for the Master League.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually going to do pretty well up there. You can get it actually pretty high. Now, that granted, this is for Classic Master League only, the level 40 cap, just because where are you going to get XL Candy for Zarude? It's not really feasible for anybody to get a level 51, though. I'm sure somebody out there will be like, I'm going to do it with every rare candy I possibly have. It's just not necessary. But overall, looks like it could be really cool with some of the options there. It's fantastic against all the water attackers out there. It takes down most psychics except for Lugia. Overall, and it's nice and spammy. It's got good coverage. There's a lot to like about Zarude.
Yeah, I think actually JRE47 from GoHub in that article predicts that this is definitely going to shake up the meta, right? Because it is going to be that finally that good grass option that you're going to have to take on Kyogre and some of the rock Pokemon and stuff that you see up there, which is really, really awesome. It's just a powerful Pokemon, and it's going to be cool to see that actually get used. And you kind of want that for these leagues to actually have a bomb dropped in, kind of like we saw with Talonflame, where it just came into the lower leagues and was just like, new meta, y'all. Like we got a Firebird that we got to deal with, and that really shook up.
Yeah, and it's not just the introduction of Zarude; it's then the rise of the counters to Zarude,
Yes.
and it creates its own little sub game for something that has been as static as Classic Master League. That's probably good.
Yeah, it's definitely good, and it really feels interesting to have that. I think, the article concludes with, and I fully support that, like, you won't feel bad powering this up. Now, as you mentioned, candy is an issue, right? Because there's not raids you can do or wild Zarudes you can catch. I would be interested to see if there was some kind of solution for this. I mean, it always feels a little greedy with legendary Pokemon in general, because it's kind of like, I don't know, bro, just raid a bunch, right? Just spin those raid passes, and that's how you'll actually be able to compete in the Master League. For this, it's like not even an option. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like. But for a Pokemon that's so critically important for shaking up the Master League, I honestly, the one thing that could stop that from happening is you just don't see very many of them, because people are like, I'm not interested in spending all of the rare candy to make that happen.
Yeah, that is true. But for those that do spend, it could be pretty interesting. PvE.
Yeah. PvE actually has some interesting implications here too.
Yeah, it's a very strong grass attacker, both total damage output and damage per second. Mega Venusaur, just to give you guys, this is Raid Boss just sitting there chucking damage at the screen. So Mega Venusaur's DPS is 15.93. That's 15.93 damage per second. Zarude is actually a little bit more than that with 16.5. And then if you talk about total damage output, Zarude wins again. Venusaur is sitting there at 844.86. And Zarude, nearly 100 points better, just shy of 90, 935. So about a 10%, about a 12%? Either way. In between 10 and 15% increase there.
If you're not watching this on YouTube, you can watch the smoke coming out of his ears while he does mental math.
Yeah. But a nice little upgrade for Zarude. If you have Zarude powered up for Master League, then you've got yourself a great raid PvE gym terrorizer as well as a raid boss. And God knows there's enough water legendaries to take on.
Absolutely. It's really cool to have it have that dual purpose. Yeah, really. It's nice to see that happen. Well, actually, Poke's got dragon resistance, so it's like, that's not even going to work.
Don't take that, Palkia.
But don't you take that, you dumb dragon. I like the fact that this Pokemon is good for PvE. There's, depending on the way you slice it, it's the best grass attacker in the game, which is really cool, right? That's really awesome to have that happen. Overall, I think because what you want to see with an event is you want to see, some avatar stuff, and the spawns are good. There's lots of good shiny checking with like Dweeble and Roggenrola and that kind of stuff. That's great. And then you get this one like banner headliner. That makes a great event, right? I think Secrets of the Jungle, overall, we're only just a scooch into it. It's October 3rd now. But I'm looking forward to playing this environment for the rest of the week. I really like this event.
Yeah, should be pretty cool. You got anything else to say about the Secrets of the Jungle?
Do make sure that you log in and get this limited research. I think Niantic has already confirmed that it's not like if you don't finish it within the time, you're never going to be able to get a Zarude, but you do have to log into the game talk to Professor Willow to get the special research for Zarude. So make sure that you do that. If you're super busy, can't play this week, that's fine. You can do it later. Just make sure you get it now. Otherwise, you're Zarudeless.
That would give me a big old bad Zaruditude.
Couldn't help it.
I feel bad about it a little
Had to
bit.
do it. You know what gives me a good Zaruditude, Salt?
Is it saying numbers in an APK mine?
Oh, not just numbers. There's also punctuation in these numbers because this is APK time. It's 0.221.0. It's really good.
Who could have foreseen? Nice. I
don't have the sound effect loaded up, but Diglett dig, don't, data mining, whatever.
Yeah, you guys know it.
Bad. You go to hell if you do it.
Straight to the bottom. There's some stuff in here about like egg skipping. There might be some wafer upgrades, but there's one really big piece in here. Subscriptions. Goes through the shop, it looks like, and then more stuff added like tracking the length in days, weeks, years, so potentially the length of subscription. Auto renew, free trial, and receipt. What is this?
So this is noteworthy because this is the first time in a minute we've seen new stuff added to this subscription section. So, you'd naturally assume that means whatever it is, which we don't know what it is getting closer, right? That's just a natural assumption. Maybe not. Trying not to hyperventilate, right? Like, what is subscriptions? I do think, and maybe this is an opportunity to pause and reflect.
There's a world where this is great.
Yeah, there absolutely is.
If it was
a world where it's
$10.99 a month and you can raid as much as you want, like, what? Yeah. Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Sign me up. I'd save money. That sounds like a good deal. There's a lot of people who would benefit from that, which makes me think that's not going to happen. That's not a smart business proposition.
That's the extreme end. However, I don't think that's what this is. So just like with all things, there's the subscription model thing isn't inherently good or bad. It's a value proposition, and we just don't know what that is. It could be all of the things for almost no money, or it could be almost nothing for too much money, and neither of those is good. But I do want to point out that there might be some people out there in your local Discords or your local communities like, well, if you don't like the subscription, just don't get it. There is a worse COA than that. There's a worse alternative path. It's where you feel crowbarred into having to get the subscription to get value out of the game. And that, more than anything, is the thing to be feared.
Which, to be fair, that is kind of the environment that we've always been living in, right? Because nobody thinks that the in-game currency that you can earn coins, that's oin. No one, like a street urchin from like an Oliver Twist movie. Oin the coins.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Noel.
Thank you, governor. Give me them coins. Oin some coins.
I oin some coins.
I'll never do that again. I promise. I'm lying. I don't like the way the current value proposition is. Never have, right? It's kind of bonkers that you can only earn 50 coins a day. That's not good. So we already are spending a lot of money in terms of just buying in-game currency to just do basic stuff like raid or hatch eggs, which, status quo, you kind of accept it. But if they do something that could save us money or whatever, because maybe there's something, I don't know how business works. Maybe there's something that investors would love because I don't even think they're a publicly traded company. Maybe there's something John Hankey would love because you can just, we have this many subscribers and we're guaranteed that money. And everyone's like, hooray, financial stability. So they cut us a good deal. That's totally possible. But like you said, there is a world where it's almost, like I remember people were just doom predicting, oh, you could have your 40 meters back for a subscription fee. And everyone's like, burn it down. That will never happen. That would be, the end of all things. But that would be an example of how this could go sideways. And so I do think every time we see something added to the APK, or if Niantic ever makes a statement about this, it's really important to pay attention to it, because depending on how they do this could dramatically impact the way we interact with the game, right? We always want to be about it.
Came out and was like, we want to be more transparent. We want to check in with the community. You're not going to hear nothing about this until it's done. Guaranteed.
Maybe. I think that's
There's not
probably
gonna
why
be
they're being so careful
feelers
with it.
about this. I'm telling you, you're not gonna hear a word until the infographic is on the live blog and it's ready to ship.
That's what makes me think, like, if they do it, like, there's also a world where this is actually a small thing. You know, like, it's actually not a big deal. Like, what would be the most smallest impact? It could be like, hey,
Like
subscription
$2.99
service,
a month and you get all the cosmetics for free or something like that.
or $2.99 a month and you get $5 worth of coins, right? Like, talk about a snooze. That's nothing. I mean, I would definitely sign up for it. That sounds good because, you know, like, why wouldn't you? If you're going to spend at least, you know, $3 a month on the game. But there's a world where that's what we're talking about, you know? Like, it's actually that
I
chill.
just don't think they're gonna go. They're not doing all this for that.
Well, they haven't done anything other than put a few lines in the code in the game, you know? Like,
I'm
that's
just
what
saying.
we're talking about here.
I don't think they're
But
gonna
they know
launch
that
a
we know.
subscription model to get that kind of money.
I think you would. Like, especially with how much people are in tenterhooks on this particular thing, because they know that we know. I think there's a world where you launch
Do
a
they
nothing
know that we
burger.
know that they know we know?
They do, in fact, know
Yeah,
that.
that's
So
the same. It's infinite at this
you
point.
launch the weakest, mildest, watered down subscription service, right? And then if you, let's say you're totally Machiavelli about this, you start small and then you grow it, because that is way less, you know, petition change.org time than anything else, right? Just a squeaker of a fart, and then slowly we ramp up into nefariousness. That could happen. And I suspect,
tell you, man.
regardless of intentions, that will happen. I don't think they're going to go whole hog on this because of how much people kind of jumped them on Twitter for the last couple of months. So we'll see.
Mark my words. I've learned this the hard way and recently. You don't trust a fart. You never trust
Kyle,
a fart.
my words.
Yeah.
I know. I don't agree, but that's your own personal problem. You can handle that on your own time. Speaking of spooky things, Salt, you ready to talk about October Community Day? It's next week. It's
I
actually
know.
this week.
Yeah, when did it become October? But yeah, here it is. October Community Day featuring Duskull, the Requiem Pokemon. Woo!
Cool. That's a cool blank Pokemon. Like, you know, it's like the rogue monkey Pokemon or the, I don't know, big bird Pokemon. Requiem Pokemon is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Requiem is just a
pretty
good
cool
word.
It is. It's fun.
I don't think I could define Requiem.
No, I can't. Not out of context. That is for
I'll
sure.
get it.
That's interesting. I like this Pokemon a lot. We've talked about it before about it
Is
being
it
a
the same
pretty
as like a
decent pick.
dirge?
What with
Is it a song?
no, a
necessarily?
dirge. Dirge is a song
Yeah, I know, but I think a Requiem
exclusively. I don't think Requiem has to necessarily be a song. I like this
On it.
Pokemon for the shiny checking, for the
Boom
Shadow Ball of it
shakalaka.
all.
A musical composition setting the parts of a Requiem or Mass.
Huh. So it
Or
has
an
to be a
actor
song?
token of. It can also be an act or a token of remembrance.
There it is. That the second definition is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it comes
Like
from the
Requiem
first,
for a
though.
Dream, that
Yeah.
very sad Robin Williams movie.
That's not
Weird.
what you think it is. That's Requiem for a Dream is a I think a Jennifer Connelly movie, which is also very sad. I think you're thinking of something
Oh, I'm
else.
thinking of something about Perchance to Dream. You do you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google this real quick.
Yeah, no, that's what you're thinking of. Perchance to Dream or something
Once-
like that. Requiem for a Dream is a very upsetting movie. Do not watch it. Do not Google it.
I'm gonna Google this other Robin Williams movie. You do something about Duskull.
Okay. Well, while Nar's trying to sort his 90s out, there's nothing really too much to say. It's a great shiny, little red shiny. It's kind of one of those unfortunates where Duskull is a great shiny, Dusclops is a great shiny, then Dusk Noir is kind of like, it's a different tinted Dusk Noir, but it's still fine. And then if you do evolve your Dusclops into Dusk Noir, you will get Shadow Ball. Honestly, it's a great time to just go pick up Candy. It is a PvP meta-relevant Pokemon, specifically Dusclops. But Duskull, Dusk Noir might have their time to shine. I could definitely see maybe getting a Little Cup Duskull ready, just to have. That could be something. And then just, a great little shiny grind. Weather's probably really nice wherever you're at, so just get going.
That
What was
Robin
it?
Williams movie I was
Once
thinking
Upon a
of,
Dream?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's what it was. By the way,
No, it was What Dreams
he is a
Become.
psychopath in that movie.
Yeah, that's not a good movie. Everything about
Yeah.
that is bad.
First of all, the mom is 100% the right character. He is an insane person. in
Yeah,
that
you
movie.
not let your
He
kids know
tried
that.
to kill Pierce Brosnan. And the excuse is he was drunk. This is not better.
Yeah, this is worse. This is bad. Fun movie though. We talked about Duskull. It's good. Come out on Saturday. Get you some Duskull. 11 to 5, I think it is, for the spooky o'clock. Yep, it'll be good.
Is that
I'm
Sunday?
more excited, Salt, about the return of the Sylph. It's happening.
Saturday.
It's finally over. I feel like it's been a long time. It's been a few months since we had a Sylph Cup. The Lunar Cup is coming back, and we got some information about what it will entail.
Yeah, so welcome Bug, Dark, Electric, Ghost, and Grass types. It is a classic Sylph meta. We've got 5 types here with a couple bannings, but yeah, that's what you're going to be doing. Get the infographics ready with the lines pointing, but you can bring those types. Banned is Nomega's Shadows, Scrafty, Parchurisu, Stunfisk, Alolan Metawak, Whismur. Whimsy? What's that Pokemon's name? I can't read it. It's too small.
Whimsicott?
Whimsicott. Sorry, I couldn't even. I just it looked like a Mareep to me. And then Volby are all banned.
Why is Volby banned?
Oh,
Wouldn't it be
no. Yeah, I know. Volby is a house.
the underform, not
Yes, not the
evolved?
Mandibuzz. Volby is a house.
I didn't know.
It's
I
confusing,
got
right?
things to learn. That's interesting. You just power that guy up. Yeah, it's weird. It's got a diaper. You can't knock the crap out of it. I am really excited about this to get back into it. It'll be fun. We can do a breakdown on this as we get closer. The Pokemon Go Radio League, the PGRL, is back on October 17th. That's when we're getting started, so check the Discord for that. That's a Sunday. We're going to get after it. I know I say this every time, but we're going to be there. We're going to be taking our lumps.
I'm absolutely going to be there.
And getting fighting. I got an alarm set on my phone that reminds me once a month that's just been going off the last couple of months to register. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It'll hopefully be a fun time. There's also really interesting and kind of in that Sylph theme. We've talked about it for a long time, but currently the Little Jungle Cup is happening in GBL of all places right now.
Terrarium Cup, but fine, whatever.
That would be, damn it, that would have been so much better.
Yeah.
Oh. Why don't you work at Niantic? I don't even want to read this now. We got the Master League Classic, and the Little Jungle Cup all happening until October 11th. Remember, the Little Jungle Cup is basically those types, normal, grass, electric, poison, ground, flying, bug, and dark are permitted, but no Pokemon over 500 CP, so good luck with that. And then specifically Shuckle, because it would destroy you, because
you would never kill it.
You don't mess with Shuckle. And Smeargle are also not permitted because of the random types. But yeah, it's fun.
I'm really proud of you for not saying that thing you like to say.
I really love to say it. I think I've not jumped into this yet. I think I'm just going to grab whatever I have laying around, probably from the Element Cup or from just the Little Cup open meta, and just do some weird stuff in there, because I always get destroyed in Master League. So this will be a fun alternative.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, it's more of a chill beer and pizza compared to I feel like just Titans, like just the Olympic gods just slam, and I'm just like, hi guys, I'm here to Master League. Oh god, never again.
Real quick before we get to questions, I forgot to do mine that got away, but that makes me sad, so I don't want to do it anyway. Just want to give a quick shout out for Catch of the Week. Give a shout out to Adrian for just doing people a solid. I was hosting a remote Uxie raid here in Queensland, Australia, which I believe is in Australia, getting people off Reddit from Pokemon Go Friends page. I got 5 people. We did an Uxie raid. Normally that's where it ends, but one of them invited me to a Shinx raid. I don't have a top hat Shinx yet, so I thought, why not? I caught it, and it was 100%. I now have a 100% top hat Shinx from Norway. Thanks from Frosty Cold. P.S. Nar, open my gifts. And I did.
Tell you right now, the opposite of Norway is Australia.
That checks out. Well, actually,
the opposite of Norway is technically no Norway.
That's also true. I've long contended that Australians are just European Texans, so I'm not sure they're that different. You know?
Then Norway?
Yeah.
Norway is the opposite of Texas.
No, actually, fun fact, in Norway, they use Texas to define crazy circumstances.
People,
they're like, well, this is totally Texas.
Yeah.
Proud, I guess? We'll go with pride. Anyway, I don't have anything on mine that got away or Catch of the Week. Do you have anything worth sharing?
No, my only thing for Catch of the Week was going to be that episode last week, Nar. That's the best episode of the show we ever did. I want to look around to nominate that for awards or something. It was
think that's how it
incredible.
works.
It was like a one-man show. I was enthralled.
You just get
I
sad.
listened to it twice. Do you know how many episodes of this show I've listened to twice? 0. I don't listen to episodes of this show.
Well, I mean, you might be in luck. One day our mom will die, and if we're still doing the podcast, then you get to hear another version of that.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Yeah, okay, well, good.
It'll be messed up.
I will punch you in the mouth. I'll be like, you caused this. I'm going to call Mom to check on her.
Yeah, I got to now. I love her so much.
She's the best.
She is so tiny and adorable.
Yeah, actually,
Anyway.
we all know Mom won't actually die. She'll just shrink until
That's
we lose
true.
her.
She's just joined the Fae or something. She'll just run off into the wilderness. Ride a corgi. I think that's a Welsh thing. You want to do some questions real quick?
Hit it.
Okay, while you pull up the Twitter questions, I got a couple from Ray and Chris here. So Ray asks, shiny checking is a struggle. I really enjoyed the shiny showing in the overworld in Let's Go. So Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. What are y'all's thoughts? I really wish this would come to Pokemon Go.
Me
For some
too.
Pokemon, it actually would be kind of hard to tell if they're shiny, but for a lot of them, it wouldn't. I just think this would make the overworld of Pokemon Go so much more engaging and interesting. As you're walking through the park, all of a sudden you see that shiny Pokemon pop up, and then you get to click it and catch it. Instead of like the shiny checking grind where you're just kind of flipping through stuff, that's just not as fun. It's like, it almost feels like weird. It's almost like a disconnect where you see a Pokemon pop up, then you click on it, and now all of a sudden it's a different color. Like, that's weird. I really wish that happened in the overworld. I think that would be so exciting. I really want this to happen. Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu absolutely convinced me this should happen. Yeah, we need to do this.
Yeah. Community Day would be kind of weird, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be great.
But
That
then,
would be
like,
actually
I
the
feel like you're
coolest
just
example
running
of
around
it.
not catching. I don't
No,
know.
you still catch stuff.
I kind of like I've gone the other way. I kind of like it this way. I kind of like the excitement of just clicking on a regular Oddish and then all of a sudden, like, oh my god, it's shiny. I
think it'd be more exciting when it pops up because it's still going to pop up.
You see a bunch of Pokemon on your map, and if I knew none of them were shiny, it almost disincentivizes me from clicking on them. But when I shiny check that Ponyta and it's not shiny, I still catch it. So I'm at least doing something.
The first time you walk up to a Pokestop and a giant gold Onyx pops out, you will change your mind. This should happen. Maybe they could just do it for an event. Like, it'd be fun I'm sure it's technically difficult. But if they did it for like GoFest or something, just to try it out, just to test, I bet people would like it more.
Yeah, or maybe like during events where Pokemon are highlighted. Like, we're going to do the, whatever. It's Adventure Weekend. Onyx is the featured shiny overworld Pokemon. That I'd be fine with. As long as it wasn't every Pokemon like that.
Okay, we could start there, see how it goes. The other one comes from Chris, who I believe has cracked the code. Chris said, I was listening to this week's episode. This was from a couple of weeks ago. I was listening to this week's episode, and I think I have figured out the release of Arceus in Pokemon Go, and I've narrowed it down to a single month, January 2022. Here's why. Pokemon Go Legends Arceus releases in January 2022. Thoughts? 100%. This is absolutely happening.
Probably.
There's no way. They love to do this crossover stuff.
Yeah, I would say, if it was January versus the field, I would take January over literally any other point in time from now and then past indefinite.
Yeah.
I would take January. So I'm not saying it's a guaranteed, but I think it's that single month on the calendar. I'd say there's a probably 80% chance something would have to go wrong.
Think about this. We're doing Zarud. Why are we doing Zarud? It's the Legend of the Jungle, whatever. Like, it totally lines up.
It does.
That's an interesting release for this game. January 2022.
Yeah.
Strange.
I assume they tried to make the holiday, but just couldn't get it done in time. I maintain it's going to be a bad game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a good game.
You are wrong, and I look
hope
forward
I'm
to
wrong.
you being wrong.
But I bet you it's soulless and boring. I'm
not buying it. It's going
it.
to be great. I'm
not buying it.
Oh, I'm probably going
to
to pre-order it. I'm going to forget everything I know, and I'm going to love it. I'm going to be so happy. I'm not going to pre-order it. I'm not a crazy person, but I will buy it like day one. I'm so hyped. Unless the early reviews are just absolutely terrible, I'm playing this game on day one.
I suspect they will be, because I think people are going to really look at it with a critical eye, and I think it's going to be just empty and boring. I really hope I'm wrong.
It's going to be great.
But I don't think
you were going to be wrong. It's going to be great. What do you got on Twitter?
Scott says, we have Torkoal, Squirtle, Titaruga, Dreadnought Turtwig, and their associated evolutions that cover water, ground, rock, fire, and grass. What should the next turtle type be? My vote, a bipedal water fighting type that evolves from cow to bunga.
Bungo?
What kind? Cow to bunga, like a Ninja Turtle. Cow to bunga.
That's
Cowbunga.
pretty great.
Cowabunga.
That's
There we
pretty
go.
great.
He's there, ladies and gentlemen. We got him all the way there. What kind of turtle type?
I don't think we can do a water turtle because we already have one.
Yeah,
We
of
have
course.
actually two.
Who said anything about?
We have two
we know
separate
that.
families. of
This
water
is a water
turtles.
fighting type that he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm into it.
So,
though.
what kind
That
of
sounds pretty
turtle
cool.
do you want?
I would like a. Oh my god, an electric turtle, and it's got spikes all on it, and we call it Thunderdome.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with like a turtle dragon, but it's like the mythical Pokemon with like the world on its back.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. I want that.
Mm-hmm. We
I
could
want
call
that
it
real
like
bad.
that thing from Avatar.
Turtle dragon? We call it.
God, I wish that was his name.
That thing from Avatar. Turtaris. I mean, Tortuga kind of took that a little bit, though. You know, it's got like a terrarium on its back.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of crossover there, but I'm totally fine with it. Like, we go full on, put the elephant on there. It's a thing.
Who would you like
you got?
Niantic Labs to feature for November's Community Day to close out a hopeful but exhausting year? Axew.
Snorlax.
I want it.
Axew would be pretty great. They just tweeted again. They're just like, Axew. That is all. Everyone's like, ah!
That's it. That's
Axew would be pretty cool. I wonder, what do you think they'll do? What do you think they'll actually do?
I don't know, man. I really don't. I'm gonna just flip through my Pokedex real quick.
I think
Just
Geodude.
thinking.
I'm gonna bet Geodude.
It's not a bad bet. That's the only one of the four.
Think Kanto.
Yeah, you know the classic four
Can't go wrong with
Kantos that
Kanto selection.
the trade. You got your Abra, you got your Ghastly, your Machop, and Geodude are the three evolution Kantos where you trade the second stage to evolve, and obviously Geodude.
Yep,
is the
that's
one
why I'm
without a
always
creative deck.
guessing that one now.
It's a good bet. I would say that's probably
Seems
more
like a good
likely, but
guess.
Axew is what I want. Let's see here. Drew
Yeah.
says,
Give
when
it
are we
to
going to
me.
get Volcarona? And what was your dad's name? I got shiny 78 CP routes that I want to name after him. It's the most
That is
Ralts
incredible
name
coincidence.
possible.
Our father's name was Volcarona.
I thought you were going to say Ralts. When do you think we're
No,
going to
his
get
name was
Volcarona?
Newburn, but he went by Butch, obviously.
Butch. Name your routes Butch.
Please do it.
Yeah.
I think Volcarona. I really hope we get it before the end of the year.
Is Volcarona a Christmas thing? I doubt it. I
No.
could see like I kind of hope maybe summertime. You
I'd
know,
be into
like
that.
like
But
when
I just want it.
I know I want it
soon.
too, but you know, what about May? Like things are getting hot. Honestly, we talked about Arceus being able to be the thing for GoFest. Volcarona could do that.
Yeah,
would-
people love it that much.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wait that long. I want
I
my
know.
fire moth of death. So,
Okay,
we'll see.
Johnny T says top 3 favorite states in the U.S. or least favorite in Canada.
My least favorite states in Canada?
Yeah, your
I don't
or
have
your
any
least.
not
You can have a
favorite
least
states in
favorite state in Canada.
No. I like all the
It's-
Canadian
it's
states.
Up north. I don't
Provinces.
like the degens from up north. What's your
Those
3 favorite states in the
degens from
United
up
States?
north are no good.
Yeah, they're always up to no good.
That's true.
What are your 3 favorite states in the United States?
Texas, despite all the weird stuff we do here.
I don't think
I can
do it.
It's home. There's so much good stuff in Texas. The food, most of the people are nice. It's good here. I like Texas. What other states do you like? You pick one then.
I was gonna say Colorado's always got to be up there for being real chill and minding their own business.
I do like Colorado quite a bit. I like it. Never had a bad time in Colorado. And then,
Tennessee?
I like Tennessee. I haven't really been there a ton. Been there a few times.
All I can think of states that I
Tennessee's
don't like.
pretty good.
Arizona's pretty boss. I like
Virginia
Arizona.
is pretty cool.
Yeah, Virginia's
good
cool.
stuff going on in Virginia. Honestly, I'm just going to... I feel like I need to have been to more of California to say California, but I'm going to say California. It's pretty great. There's lots of good weather. I like... everywhere I've been in California is nice.
It's true.
The sun is like giving you a hug. Beaches and such.
Utah's pretty
very
great.
like California's so big. It's like Texas in the sense that like there's just so much stuff that you could just do whatever you want.
When you say I like
Which
California,
is pretty cool. It's like, you want to go to a mountain?
Idea.
You want to go to a desert?
You
want to go to the snow?
You talking about wine country? What are you talking about? You talking about the Golden Gate Bridge? You talking about Hollywood? What are you talking about? Let's see here.
It's got it all.
Zach says, long-time listener, first-time tweeter. So, multi-part question. 1, you guys okay? The answer is no. But just for the normal reasons that we're always not okay. Because Nara's a crazy person who's slowly reaping my sanity. And then 2, pros and cons. Adding more type-specific, like ice, mossy lures to help keep the game moving forward. If so, what specific type instances? Also, boomer sooner. Look, dude, you guys are having a worse season than us. You just don't know it yet. Like, you almost got beat by Delane.
I was telling Walls, I'm like, are we the second to worst team in the SEC?
Yeah, which means the best team in the Big 12.
I don't know. We wouldn't beat Oklahoma right now. There's no way.
Probably not right now. No.
There's no way.
We really needed our quarterback.
God,
who would have guessed our second-string freshman quarterback couldn't get it done against the SEC? Who would have guessed?
I mean,
get well soon.
I don't know. I think Haynes King probably would have made the difference in both those last 2 games, but he was not a world beater. Anyway, college football notwithstanding, I think I'd love to see a dragon lure. I think that'd be really cool, just because why not?
Yeah.
Like, let's just be greedy and go for it. It would be called Dead Clefairies, and it would just be like a dead normal Pokemon, and the dragon would come by and eat it. Because that's what they do. That's canon. Pokemon eat each other.
It's terrifying. I would see...
Yes, it is.
A dark lure, maybe? That'd be pretty cool. Shadow lure? That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
I think you could do... Because, most lures attract a couple different types. So I think a shadow lure, you could get your dark, your ghosts, maybe even your fairy types, maybe. If you want to do that.
Perhaps?
But that's a good tweet there, Zach, for your first one there. Sorgatoni says, if you stop playing the game for an extended period of time with boatloads of Pokecoins, will they still be there when you come back? And is there any chance you still get to do some or all of the research events you missed out of when you were away from the game? The answer is yes, the coins should still be there. But if you had to log in to get access to the special research event, i.e. the special research event was only available for a limited time, like the Zarude thing that we talked about earlier, you won't get access to that. But that being said, if you hadn't been playing for the past 2 years, let's say, you would have a plethora of special research to get through.
Yep.
And then Paul Bryant says, does Jimbo Fisher make too much money? Yes.
Yes. Ungodly. Any football coach that makes $7 million a year is making too much money because, and Salt, this is true, their job is to coach football. And that's silly. Yeah. That's a silly thing that we do.
2, he says...
Don't like it for $7 million.
Do you have a system to determine whether you keep a Pokemon or transfer them?
Yep. I make them fight. And then the loser dies and the winner survives. It's called the Kumite. It's brutal, but it's the only way to keep that box tidy.
I either keep Shiny. I keep one of every Pokemon, fully evolved form. And then I try to keep one and then the Shiny with the best IVs. And then I keep the best PvP relevant Pokemon for each of the appropriate metas. So it's possible I could have a max CP, like 100% Charizard, the best PvP or best IV total shiny Charizard, and then the best Great League Ultra and Master League Charizard. So that's about how many I could have. And I just kind of keep them like that.
That's the actual way to do it.
And then
anything else? We done?
Yeah, Reyes has one last question. Bold predictions for the Halloween event. What do you think?
Much candy. That's not a very bold prediction.
Spiritomb.
Also not a very bold prediction. I don't really have anything. What could be like?
I
What's
got a
out
bold
of-
prediction. I got a bold prediction.
Okay.
The special research, Professor Willow's Magic Meadow looks different. Like maybe it's nighttime
Like it's Halloween
and
themed.
there's some pumpkins. Maybe.
Okay.
That's my boldest of predictions.
I like that. I can get behind this boldness. I respect it. I want that. I want that for him. Gotta
Okay,
get some
that's
sleep
the show.
in that Magic Meadow. Yeah, good show. Thank you to everyone that listens. Specifically, all the people that support us on Patreon. We really, really appreciate it for you folks that do that. Specifically, thank you to Amber, Timothy, Zach, Aaron, and Amanda. Really appreciate all that support. If you guys, I don't think you do, but if you don't yet, email us in and we'll get you a link to the Discord. Anybody that supports us on Patreon has that link to the Discord where we do tournaments like the PGRL, or we're going to be doing the Lunar Cup and, raids and all that good stuff. Have a good time up in there.
Yep. Did you want to thank the next person?
Oh, yeah. Angus, really, really thank you. The reason why I'm being trepidatious, I think that's a word, about this is he did a very nice thing, maybe a silly thing, in terms of just being like, hey, boys, have a bunch of Poke coins, like a lot. So we sent him an email on that, but I did want to say thank you very much for that. It is far too generous, but we really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah, it was
And then,
$10,000.
more importantly,
I'm just kidding.
That would be off. But I also wanted to say thank you to Angus because he also includes like a really nice email. He was going through a lot of the same stuff that we went through, and I just had a really good conversation with him about that. So it was good.
So, thank you, Angus. We appreciate that. We will be sure to spend that money on Poke coins and just do stupid stuff in the game.
He directed us to make sure we did something irresponsible with it, so it's got to be the coins.
Yeah, coins are magic together.
Incubators.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be great.
I'm about to buy some incubators.
I got a plan where I'm just gonna sit in the raid remote channel and just do like literally every raid for a day. That sounds like a lovely way to spend a day, actually.
It does, doesn't it? Especially
Just
like
listen to a podcast and just raid.
when a new legendary
It'll be
comes
fun.
out, you're just like, I'm gonna do it. Who's
I'm
coming?
gonna get them all.
I'm just gonna hunt Giratina, I guess.
I think I might just get a shiny Giratina. Like, we're making that happen.
Yeah,
That'll be fun. Awesome. You can follow us at Pokemon Go _radio, Facebook at Pokemon Go Radio, or email us anytime, info.PokemonGoRadio@gmail.com.
Yep. Thanks everybody for listening. We've got new shows that come out every single Monday.
And in the meantime, go freaking catch them all. Good stuff. Oh, I gotta pee so bad. Oh, it's so late. It's so late at night.
Could be worse. Could be peeing out of your butt. Just saying. It was horrific.
No, I don't want
Nar.
that.
Seriously.
I'm gonna go to the front.
It
You
sounded like
can't talk
somebody
about
was
it anymore. No one feels
I
sorry
was
for
gonna
you.
say it sounded like somebody was slapping a wet bat mouth against a brick wall.
What? I don't think that's something people do. Anyway,
Do
I guess I was gonna say I need to eat dinner, but now that's completely out the window.
because you have to pee too bad.
Because you're nasty.